Hello everyone, this is Tyba Littles, and today I'm going to discuss a little bit about SVGs and how you can clean them up in Design Space. Now, SVG is short for Scalable Vector Graphics. You can see just saying SVG is so much easier. And what it is that it's a different file that you can actually download that doesn't have any negative space, which means the white space that you will normally have to erase in your Cricut Design Space so that you just have the image only. So with SVG, it takes out the hard work of having to remove that negative space as well as uploading it multiple times so that you can change different parts into a different color. So I hope that you understand that. It gets kind of technical when you talk about that stuff. So these files that I actually put on my Mother's Day mugs are SVGs. And you see that the heart is one color, the dots on the side is one color, and these squigglies are a different color. I could have even changed thank you and mom into different colors. If you download a regular picture, this whole picture will be the same color. And I have a layering video that I will also include in the description. Will show you how you will have to change each part of a regular picture. But when you have an SVG, all of these parts come separate, so you're able to separate them and color them the color that you want and also attach them. Like for example, these little dots here, I pull these away from design and I welded them all together to keep their shape, and then I changed them to the color that I desired. So SVGs is, I wouldn't even say that it's the advanced, but in this tutorial I'm hoping that I can shed some light on what's the difference between a JPEG, a GIF, a PNG, and an SVG. So we're going to be working with SVGs today. So I'm going to include in the description a couple links. One link to show you how you would normally have to upload an image and clean it up if it wasn't an SVG, and a link on how you can actually get these SVGs as well. And they are very beautiful. I'm so excited to go over this tutorial and this review with you guys. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to browse. I've already gotten the SVG file. Let's see, and it was called Mother. So I'm going to go here. When you download it, you're going to see this folder here, Mother's Day greeting cards, and you select this, and you're going to go into phrases, and then you're going to go into SVG. You see all the other files that I was telling you about, PNG? You go to SVG because it's a lot easier to work with. So it comes with 24 different files, and these are all the different ones. And let me see if I can try to find one that I haven't downloaded yet. We're going to do this one. Okay, so when you upload it to your design space, it's going to take a moment. You can see all of this. Like this right here is like one thing, the mom is another, and miss you is another. So it's going to show you, you see that there's no white in these blocks, so you don't have to clean up anything. And it actually automatically comes here. So you can change the image name if you would like, and then click Save. Okay, so once we have uploaded, you click on that and you click Insert Images to bring it to your design space. And then I usually just resize it so that I can see it. Okay, so now that we have our image here, if you look over here to your right, up under this column, you see all different parts of this image. So you have the feather here, you have all of this. Now what you want to do is you want to click Ungroup, because once you click Ungroup, then it's going to take this apart from here. You see that? And then you can actually ungroup this as well. So we're going to select Ungroup again, and I see now that mom is separate. I'm going to move that over to the side, and then miss, oh, even the heart is different, so you see that is separate, and then you is separate. So now that I have all of these separated, this SVG is kind of easy, you know. So I want all of this, I'm going to size it right, and I want all of this to be together, so I'm going to weld it. And maybe I want to change the color of the eye, so I'm not going to weld that, but I am going to weld miss together. So I'm going to remove the eye for a second. And I actually don't have to weld it together. You see that weld is grayed out, so I can leave that as is. I don't have to weld you either. But if I click on this, I don't even have to weld that as well. All of that is saved as one part. So suppose I wanted to do this in gold, and then mom goes up here. I think that's how it goes. Let me see. Let me upload this to have a guide, which is not a bad idea. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and weld all that together to keep it together because this is just my example here. Okay, so mom is sitting like this, and then Miss You is sitting kind of like this, and then you is like so. Okay, so the eye, I might want to do that red, and then do this, I guess red and purple. I do the words in purple just for demonstration purposes. Now some SVGs, they have a lot going on. So, oh, there's two different kinds of purple. But they have a lot going on, and you have a whole lot more pieces that you have to put together. So on that particular mug that I showed you a picture of, I measured it, and it couldn't be no more than 2.5 inches high. So I just selected all, and I did the height. I no longer need it, so I'm going to delete it. So when I go to make it, it's going to show me my different mats. I have my gold vine, I have my wording, and then I have my heart. So I have 3 different mats because I have 3 different colors. Now what's unique about this is that if you were doing an HTV shirt, then make sure that you mirror your images. And if you want these words to stay together, let's go back, and I'll remove the vine and the heart. Now just go ahead and weld this together so that it can keep its shape. And put the vine back and the heart back. And this is what will happen. So we still have our vine, and the words are perfectly shaped in the same thing. So no matter how you move it over, it's all put together. So you don't have to piece those together, especially since those words are together. And then this is the eye, the heart for the eye. So that is how you break apart your SVG. The video is 7 minutes long, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to move this to the side, and we're going to try to upload another one out of this package. So let me see if I can find another one that I have not done. Let's see, Happy Mother's Day. I don't think I've done that one yet, so let's open up that one and see how that looks. Okay, again, it comes up, it's no negative space. It's nothing around it that you would have to delete, so you just select save. And when you do not have to delete the negative space, I mean, it makes such a clear, crisp image, as you can see in the picture. You know, it's no bumps or any foreign objects. You know, SVGs are a very clean way to actually create your decal and your design. So I'm going to make it 4 inches. And you look over here again, and you see that happy. You can look over here and see that happy is separated like this. So if you don't want to change the colors of, just show you for demonstration purposes, see, it'll allow you to change the colors of all of the letters. That is what SVGs are. So it'll allow me to change the colors of all of the letters separately. And if you want to keep them together, now of course you remember I told you have to ungroup. And when you ungroup, then you can pull this apart. You can have to ungroup that again. And then, okay, ungroup it, just removed this part right here. So you have to ungroup again. So you have to keep ungrouping. And I see that ERS is pulled apart, mothers. So what you would have to do is pull this apart, like so. And if you want all of this just one color, you just pull it apart, select it all, and weld it, like so. You can change that to a color. And let's see about day. Day is actually split apart as well. So I don't want to change the colors of any of that. I all want that a solid color, so I could just select weld and make that a word. And you remember happy was split apart, like so, individual letters, like so. So if I want happy to be all one color, I just select it all and put weld. So that's how you kind of navigate with, oh, there it goes at the bottom. Happy Mother's Day. So that's kind of how you navigate your SVG files or whatnot. And I really love this bundle because it's very creative. It's something different. SVGs is typically for people who are still kind of newbies and they haven't quite learned how to put different fonts together or how to make, you know, professional looking fonts, especially if you're doing this for a business. So SVGs is a great route to go in order to kickstart your business and just to make creative things, because like even so you can actually ungroup and you can use this for a different design per se. You know, you can use this and put that here, and you know, and probably possibly just switch it out. That's the good thing about SVGs. You can move them around and you can create your own individual creations using the same SVGs, you know. So you might want to put this with something that you've created yourself. You know, take this SVG and take this part out and use it. I mean, it's so many different ways that you can actually do these things. So I hope that this video gave you some insights on SVGs and how you can actually weld them together, add them together, attach them together rather, and you can come up with unique creations. Have a great day.